Hey everybody, it's Tim Miner, and I am excited to bring you this batch of the Biscuit Blitz with the amazing, powerful Charlotte creative Rachel Martin. Rachel, how you doing?
I'm good, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing, really well. Really happy to be talking to you and see your bright smile. This is making my morning. Well, tell us a
Thank
little
you.
bit more about what you do and how long you've been in the Queen City, and then we'll take a deeper dive into some big changes you made this week.
Sure. I am Rachel Martin. I'm founder and design director at Mindful and Good. We are a sustainable and socially responsible design studio here in Charlotte. I've been in Charlotte since 2007 and been working with sustainable, socially responsible businesses kind of in food and beverage, agriculture and farming, wellness and sustainability for 20 years now.
Wow, that's a lot of work in a 20-year career. I mean, if you've packed quite a bit in there. Well, everybody lately has been talking about pivoting and shifting. Those words I think probably need to go in a vault somewhere in a few months and never be used ever again. But you really did do that this week. After 20 years of working and a storied career in Charlotte, you've changed your brand identity and kind of updated your mission. So tell us a little bit about what happened on Earth Day.
Yeah, so on Earth Day, we had a big launch. We launched our new company. It was formerly Rachel Martin Design, which was my freelance business that I've been doing since 2000. But for the past few years, I've been working on a new name, Mindful and Good. And we decided to launch on Earth Day since it was celebrating 50 years of Earth Day, the anniversary. We are very passionate about, socially conscious brands that use business as a force for good. So we thought it's the perfect time. 50th anniversary of Earth Day. It's our 20 years in business. Let's rename, rebrand, and launch a new sustainably minded company. We've been doing it, but just kind of a fresh new name to match our spirit. So
I know that.
sorry, go on.
No, go ahead, Rachel.
So we've shifted in that aspect, but then also helping our clients as well, kind of continue forward through all this.
I know that this was not some, spur of the moment project. You've been working on it quite a while, but I have to think that one of the benefits of maybe hitting the global pause button right now is we've started to see just how little time it takes for the Earth to rebound a little bit from kind of the rampant assault that we've been putting on the planet. And to me, not that this is something that you planned, but I feel like that plays really well. Like your mission is shown to be that much more important and possibly, impactful because of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think just having a very mindful approach in everything you use and consume. And as designers, since we're creating things that we're kind of throwing out in the world, that we should be creating things that are very conscious of how their effect is on the earth. So yeah, we've seen since we're all kind of in our stay-at-home order that the earth is starting to heal itself, and it's like Mother Nature put us in a big timeout, and now kind of restoring and cleaner air and cleaner water, and hopefully continuing as we get back to this new normal of being more conscious consumers of everything in our daily lives in our homes, as well as when we go back out into the world.
So you've teed up my next question perfectly. Wow. It's almost like we planned this. But what's, you talk about the time that's coming, right? Hopefully we learn from this. What's one thing that you really miss from the way things were, but then another thing that you hope, a lesson or an aspect that you hope carries forward into the future?
Well, I miss kind of being out and about in the world, even though I'm an introvert by nature. So going out to probably restaurants right now. And eating a lot of great local food out and about. But I think from, girls' nights, date nights with my husband, but I think, people being more aware probably of where their food is coming from, and now being conscious of that and supporting local community businesses. So once we can reopen, getting really out there and supporting those, especially like the food and beverage businesses and restaurants that are really getting hit hard, to get back out and go, dine out more often. Obviously distanced, and it will be slowly as we get out to the world, but I think that supporting local as much as possible.
I think it came at a very high price, but I agree with you completely that if there was ever a doubt in people's mind, the impact, the importance, and really the creative power of small businesses in the local economy, this time has shown in two ways. I think the absence, of being able to, or the distance that we've had from them, but how quickly small businesses shifted, right? And kind of turned the Titanic to offer a wide array of new services. It's been pretty amazing. Yours among them. So that brings in one more idea of, why is Charlotte a good place in your mind to start, grow, and evolve a creative-based business? What is it about the soil here that works well with that?
Well, I think Charlotte is such an ideal place to do that because people are so supportive and loving and really locally minded. So even before this, I think Charlotte is in a type of bubble of its own, of a big kind of cheering on each other. It's a very joyful, calm place that I think people really help to lift each other up. Compared to other cities have their own kind of vibe, but I think there's something really special about Charlotte, and especially about creatives. There's not as much risk. You can kind of get out there and push stuff out there and then test it out, and you do have a really good, supportive, really good people in Charlotte, and good supportive creative community. Very loving, very happy people. So I think that kind of brings, good positive light, especially when you want to make changes and stuff, and positive change. Having that supportive community that will help you do that, and not being nervous because people have your back all the time, is really something that I think helps Charlotte be really unique amongst other cities, especially for creatives.
I completely agree, and it's up to us, to you, and to everybody around us to keep that going and to be that for newer creatives, whether they're just starting their careers or they're making a change, or they're retired and they're trying something new. We've got to keep that going forward.
Yeah.
All right, last question. We're like right at the end of the time, even though the timer, by the way, for everybody, this is not Rachel's fault, and she was on a roll, so I didn't want to stop her, but the timer did not work, so I just laid that down. I'm going to own that. See, we're throwing something out there, Rachel. This is the creative process, and it's okay. But who are some folks I would speak to next? There are some creatives that really inspire you.
Well, there's a lot of folks I work with on a general basis as a collaborative, but folks that have also shifted or helped out with doing the shift. Corey Smith, Black Wednesday, with her slow movement with Garrett Tichy and Huga. So I think definitely talking to them about that. Awesome. Chris Reed at PCG, Piedmont Culinary Guild.
Absolutely.
Just really shifting and helping access with local food and local farmers and getting that to folks. So those are kind of the top of mind folks that I think you should definitely talk to next. Food and creative and marketing.
See, those all go together, right? You need all of them. Well, and we were able to give both Corey and Garrett a bolt of inspiration at the last Creative Mornings for their work.
Yes, I was so excited. I was cheering behind my screen.
Well deserved. And Josh Jacobson wrote a beautiful piece about Chris in the Biscuit. So we will link to both of those in the notes for this interview. Thank you for your time. I can't wait to see you and give you a big hug in real life when we're able to get out into the world.
Yeah.
We'll do it here. Here we go. Take care. And congratulations on Mindful and Good.
I appreciate that, Tim. Thank you so much.
See ya.